What's up everybody, I am Jaspreet Singh and welcome to the Minority Mindset. Listen, out of all the factors in the world that can stop you from achieving what you want, a poor mindset is in your control and it can guarantee your failure. I know what you're going through is tough and it might be painful, but as hard as this might be to hear, the world doesn't care. The world is not going to stop because you're going through something. Your results speak for themselves. Here's the thing, you can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you react to it, and that can make the world of a difference. When Do-Won Chang immigrated to America from South Korea in 1981, he didn't have any money to eat, so he had to get a job at a small coffee shop. But the money he was making from the coffee shop wasn't cutting it, so then he went out and had to get a second job, and then he went out and got a third job. He was working as a janitor, he was working at the coffee shop, and he was working as a gas station attendant all at the same time because he had big dreams, but he had no money and no plan on how to go about doing it. He was brand new in this country, and like most people, he liked nice cars. And so anytime somebody pulled up to his gas station with a BMW or a Benz, he would get excited and he would pump their gas and he would ask them, "So what do you do for a living?" Because he didn't want to work as a gas station attendant forever, so he was doing everything he could to get the most value and education out of his gas station job. What he learned from talking to people at the gas station with nice cars was that people were making a lot of money in the fashion industry. So then he went and he used his gas station education to change careers, and he got a job working at a local clothing store. But he didn't just treat this new clothing job like any old regular job. He treated it as if he owned the business. He put in extra hours and did everything he could to learn everything there was to know about running a clothing store. And then 3 years after moving to America, Do-Won Chang and his wife were able to put aside $11,000 by working hard and living below their means so they could go out and buy a nice BMW. I'm just kidding, that's not what he did. He used that money to open up a new clothing store in downtown LA called Fashion 21. And because he understood how hard he had to work to open the store, he did whatever he could to find super discounted deals on the clothing that he sold. This way he could maximize the profits from his store. He started from nothing, so he had nothing to lose and everything to gain, and so he took the profits from his business and he reinvested it into his clothing brand, and every 6 months he would open up a new clothing store. Then eventually he changed the name of his store from Fashion 21 to Forever 21, and now he owns one of the largest clothing retailers in the world, and he has created something like 30,000 jobs for people all across the globe. Pretty cool, right? But what if you're not trying to be the next fashion mogul? What does this mean for you? Well, there are 3 things I want you to know. First, you gotta learn to work with whatever you have. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Even your craziest dreams are possible if you're willing to learn and work and try new things. Do-Won Chang had a family and a livelihood in South Korea, but he wasn't satisfied with it, so he left it all and came to America, where he didn't know what he was gonna do, and he didn't envision himself to be the next fashion star. I mean, he was working minimum wage, pumping people's gas, but that's where he learned that people were making a lot of money in the fashion industry, and he took his knowledge and he did something with it. The majority of people will learn something valuable and then continue on with their regular habits. It's not what you know that matters, it's what you do with what you know. Second, don't be scared to work hard. Yes, you need to work smart, but working hard can help you get to where you want to go faster when you're working smart. Do-Won Chang didn't know what his path was going to be, so he just put himself out there and he was working 3 jobs just so he could make ends meet and so he could learn whatever he could. To him, working hard was just something you had to do to make it work. And third, understand the difference between formal education and practical education. Like they say, formal education can make you a living, but self-education can make you a fortune. Neither Do-Won Chang nor his wife went to college, and yet now they are some of the most successful business people in the world. Learning is important, but you don't need any sort of specific or special education to succeed. I mean, you have to learn to work with what you have. Dong-won Chang got his education at the gas station while working minimum wage while pumping people's gas. Pay attention to what's happening around you and start talking to people and see what they know. You have to be creative and use whatever resources you can to get yourself off the ground. If you have the right mindset and you have a reason for why you do what you do, you'll find a way to MIH, make it happen. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button and share it with one friend so we can help spread the word. Don't miss the new videos on entrepreneurship, business, and money every Wednesday and Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you don't want to miss them, hit the subscribe button below and the notification bell. That way you actually find out when our new videos are released. And if you want to get shirts like this, I'll put the link to the Minority Mindset store in the description as well. And as always, keep hustling.